Another day, another recall. We got two of them today. We're going to jump right into it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. Tonight, I am drinking Dunkin' coffee. Join us in this conversation. So spinach is on a recall. Spinach and macadamia nuts. We're going to go into spinach here first. Fresh spinach. Salata Foods, LLC of Newburgh, New York, is recalling its, quote, fresh spinach because it may be contaminated with Listeria. Listeria is flying around. Listeria, salmonella, what's the other one that we just saw with the coffee in Wisconsin? Botulism, right? They're coming in full force now, guys. Getting crazy. But this one is due to Listeria. The brands listed in the recall include Salata, Gaia, Full Circle, Farmer Direct, Uncle Vinny's, Bogapa, and Bulk. The contamination was discovered after sampling by New York State Department of Agriculture and Market Food Inspectors, and subsequent analysis by food laboratory personnel revealed the presence of Listeria in a 9-ounce package of Bogapa fresh spinach. Production of the product has been suspended. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. The recalled, quote, fresh... I don't know why they keep putting fresh spinach in quotes. The recalled fresh spinach was distributed locally in retail stores. The product comes in various sizes listed. All packages have lot numbers. So this would include all packages. So these are the different lot numbers. The first one is 40606. 40606. And the other one is 11006. 11006. Okay? And that will be on the package, and an expiration date of June 20th, 2024 and June 24th, 2024. And this just came out today. So these could be in your fridge. Make sure you check. It looks like a lot of it is in the New York area, but we have thousands of viewers from New York, so I want to make sure we get this information to you. Again, those expiration dates are June 20th, 6/20/2024, and 6/24/2024. So June 20th and June 24th, stamped on the side of the bag. We're not going to go over all the different UPC codes. So basically, you can just Google the spinach recall, and it will pop up. This is under Food Safety News' website, where is probably the best breakdown of what's going on here. They go on to Listeria infections. We're going to go over Listeria here for just a second because I feel it's important, because we're finding a lot. There was a huge 67 different kinds of ice cream a few days ago that was on recall due for possible Listeria. So again, you can Google all this information. And most of the ice creams I have not heard of before. I'm just saying, and some of them were of the same branch, just different flavors and stuff. So, but yeah, it'd be good to look into a lot of this stuff. I always talk about this now, when I get up in the morning, I have news alerts that pop up on my phone with different recalls and everything, just to make sure. I'm always checking anyway, especially when we're seeing coffee and stuff like that from Snap Chill in Wisconsin on recall. A lot of those coffees I've never heard of before either, but we did get some comments from some of you guys that they did affect you, and hopefully always get your money back. They'll say throw it away. No. Get your money back. It's the only way anything's ever going to get done. Only way anything's ever going to get fixed. But let's talk about Listeria for just a second. Food contaminated with Listeria may not look or smell spoiled, but can still cause serious and sometimes life-threatening infections. Anyone who has eaten any of the recalled products and developed symptoms of Listeria infection should seek medical treatment and tell their doctors about possible Listeria exposure. Also, anyone who has eaten any of the recalled products should monitor themselves for symptoms during the coming weeks, because it can take up to 70 days after exposure to Listeria for symptoms of listeriosis to develop. Boy, that's quite a span, ain't it? I don't know. I mean, if I had it, I'd sure hope it would be with in a week, because after 70 days, that's 2 months and a week. I don't know. That's why it's always good to pay attention to these things later on. I know there were a lot of people back when they had the peanut butter recall a couple years ago. There were a lot of people that they had followed up, like something where, you know, people were still checking with their doctor and all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know, and it's good. It's good to pay attention to these things. But yeah, we're not going to go over the UPC codes here as they have, but they do have a whole list here, which you could probably find on the FDA website, but you can also find it on Food Safety News. I really like Food Safety News, the way they break things down. So they go on to say here, pregnant women, the elderly, young children, and people such as cancer patients who have weakened immune systems are particularly at risk of serious illness, life-threatening infections, other complications, or death. Although infected pregnant women may experience only mild flu-like symptoms, their infections can lead to premature delivery, infection of the newborn, and even stillbirth. And I have to say, looking through every one of these, there is a ton, an absolute ton of different UPC codes for different products here. All bearing, looks like different lot number or different UPC codes. Greens Bagopa, Greens Bulk Spring Mix, Greens Bogapa, however you say that it is, Bogopa, Bagopa. It's the spring mix, the spinach, greens Uncle Vinny's, savory spinach, salata spinach, greens Uncle Vinny's baby spinach. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Let's see, salata Uncle Vinny's. Boy, there's a lot of those. Oh my goodness. So yeah, any of the ones that we mentioned at the beginning of this video, you definitely want to check those lot numbers and expiration dates. Now I want to get to this other one here. This is macadamia nuts. Try not to keep this video too long for you guys tonight. Just wanted to put this together and get the message out here as quick as I could. Macadamia nuts are recalled because of salmonella. Oh, shocking. Jeez, oh Pete's, guys. I'll tell you what, it's just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Make sure you subscribe down below, guys. Subscribe, become part of the Dynamite crew here as we try to keep everybody in the know as everything going on. I know I can't cover these recalls as much as I used to, but, you know, just wanted to put these two out here. These are two we get a lot of comments on, spinach especially, and like I said, we have thousands of viewers in New York, so want to make sure we, you know, get this information to you. You may not be seeing this on your television, you know, not the newspaper isn't as popular as it used to be. So, you know, I have these things pop up, so I figured we'd just discuss some of them. Okay, macadamia nuts recalled because of salmonella contamination. Sunco and Frenchie, LLC of Pine Brook, New Jersey, is recalling Terrafina brand macadamia nuts packed in 6-ounce plastic containers because they have the potential to be contaminated with salmonella. The Terrafina brand macadamia nuts were distributed in New York through retail stores. Oak Foods LLC was the distributor. Let me know down in the comments, wasn't Oak Foods LLC, weren't they part of another recall not that long ago? That really sounds familiar. I'm best memory with numbers, but Oak Foods... Terrafina brand macadamia nuts were distributed in New York through retail stores. Oak Foods LLC was the distributor. I meant to look into that. Anyway, brand name Terrafina was the product name. Macadamia in the raw are implicated in the recall. The best by date of May 2025, and the lot number is RM, as in man, RMA. RMA 241201. RMA 241201 with a UPC number of 847938000350. 847938000350. The container is a plastic square-shaped, and the label indicates like a 6-ounce size and a light green color for the front label. The nutrition label indicates distributed by Oak Foods LLC, Bronx, New York 10474 is the zip code. And they show you what it looks like here. I'll just show you if I can get it to zoom in there, using my camera so that I can read this stuff off my phone today. But that's what it looks like. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The raw macadamia nuts were manufactured by Sol Caribe out in Costa Rica. No illnesses have been reported to date, so that's good. Keep an eye on it. They go on to talk about salmonella. We have talked about salmonella so much on this channel that I just cannot. I mean, it's salmonella has just been on so many different things, guys. We've talked about the cucumbers that seems to be ongoing right now. We talked about the cantaloupe that seemed to go on for months and months and months. I mean, it keeps pouring in. And we just have to keep our heads on a swivel, guys. I mean, we really do. It is just absolutely ridiculous, everything that's going on right now. So many different recalls, so many different things going on. I'm curious, like, I don't know much about this. Make sure you let us know down in the comments, okay? But I'm just going to throw this out here. Why? Now, this happened back in 2022 also. So apparently, I guess the import has stopped temporarily of avocados from Mexico. And they said of security concerns. That's all I've been able to find. Security concerns. And I don't really understand what that means. Some kind of security concern, I guess. But is that something else that maybe has? I'm not saying this is what it is. It's just following the trend of what's going on. Some products we've been getting from Mexico, like those cantaloupes, salmonella spread out all over the country here. Okay? And I'm just curious if that's what it was. I'm not sure. I don't know what it was. Can't find out what it was. I'm sure we'll find out later. But a lot of people have been saying that avocados have been going up in price. That's probably why. I talked about that in one of our store videos the other day. I don't know. We are probably going to be seeing some shortages on them. So, if you want to get your avocado dips or anything like that together, you might want to buy up a couple as we go along here and make sure you wash them like crazy. Wash all your fruits, all your vegetables, soak them. I'll tell you a little story real quick. My mom got some strawberries the other day and she was soaking them. She soaked them in the sink and then washed them after that. And it was like black. Like the water was like black, like nasty looking. Just not trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty nasty. I rigorously wash all of my fruits and vegetables. I make sure, I got a little brush thing. I get in there and get real good. And then I'll even wash that with dish soap, like the brush thing later, and I'll let it dry, and then I'll rinse it real good, get the soap off. But, yeah, I mean, we got to be careful these days, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great night.